Hey there, curious minds! Welcome back to another episode where we uncover the most fascinating and sometimes downright bizarre aspects of our world. Ever wondered what bizarre laws still exist around the world? Well, you're in for a treat today. You're in for a wild ride. Buckle up, because some of these laws will leave you scratching your head in disbelief. Let's dive into some of the weirdest laws you never knew existed. First up, we have some truly outdated laws that will make you wonder how they ever came to be. Let's talk about outdated laws. These are laws that have been around for ages, and for some reason, have never been taken off the books. Did you know it's illegal to own a pet goldfish in Rome? Yep, that's right. This law was put in place to prevent the mistreatment of animals. The law is meant to prevent the mistreatment of animals, but it sure sounds strange, doesn't it? Imagine not being able to have a little goldfish swimming around in a bowl at home. Now, on to curious traffic laws. In Denmark, there's a law that might surprise you. It's mandatory to check under your car for sleeping children before starting it. This law was created to ensure the safety of children who might be playing around parked cars. And if you're ever driving in Alabama, you should be aware of a particularly odd regulation. Remember that it's illegal to drive blindfolded. Yes, you heard that right. It makes you wonder why anyone would even think of doing that, right? Makes you wonder why anyone would even think of doing that, right? Speaking of bizarre regulations, let's move on to some food-related laws that might make you chuckle. Let's not forget food-related laws. In Italy, there's a very specific rule about when you can enjoy certain beverages. It's illegal to make a cappuccino after 11 a.m. Italians believe it's strictly a morning drink, and having it later in the day is considered a culinary faux pas. Italians believe it's strictly a morning drink. And in Japan, there are some interesting restrictions when it comes to seafood. There are restrictions on eating certain types of fish due to safety concerns. This is particularly true for the infamous fugu fish. So, you might want to think twice before ordering fugu. Only specially trained and licensed chefs are allowed to prepare this potentially deadly delicacy. Cultural practices also bring about some unique laws. In Dubai, the rules around public behavior are quite strict. Public displays of affection are strictly regulated. Holding hands might be okay, but anything beyond that can get you in trouble. So be mindful of your actions when visiting. Holding hands might be okay, but anything beyond that can get you in trouble. It's always best to be aware of local customs and laws to avoid any misunderstandings. Similarly, in Singapore, there's a law that might seem a bit extreme to some. Chewing gum is a big no-no. The law aims to keep the city clean, but it sure feels odd to those of us who love a good bubble gum. The law aims to keep the city clean, but it sure feels odd to those of us who love a good bubble gum. Imagine not being able to chew gum while walking down the street. These laws may seem bizarre, but they often have interesting backstories or cultural reasons behind them. They reflect the values and concerns of the societies that created them, but they often have interesting backstories or cultural reasons behind them. Who knew there could be so many peculiar regulations around the world? Who knew there could be so many peculiar regulations around the world? It's a reminder of how diverse and fascinating our world truly is. So, have you ever encountered a weird law on your travels? If so, we'd love to hear about it. Drop your stories in the comments below. Sharing these experiences helps us all learn and appreciate the quirks of different cultures. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more curious content. Your support helps us bring you more fascinating stories from around the globe. Until next time, stay curious, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep discovering the wonders of our world.